Uh, so we can't change the static value, sir. Actually. So
We cannot change the static value. So let us
yes,
say
sir.
have
Actually,
the
when we compile the program, first the static variable value will be executed, sir. After that, it will come
compile
to
program.
yes, sir.
So what compiler will do generally? Java compiler. Will it
If
work for
compiler,
memory allocations or will it work for syntax checking?
yeah, it will work for syntax and it will provide a dot class files and
Yeah, that means where the memory allocation concept comes here.
yeah,
It checks
it will,
generally the code and it will convert one kind of type to another, which is understood.
when we
Suppose
execute the program, sir. When we execute the
the compiler
program,
will execute the program.
no, sir. Actually, when we
Yeah, the compiler will not work for execution, right?
yes,
Compiler
sir.
works for the, I mean, what are the code you wrote? I mean, developer wrote. So in the what is the code inside .java? It checks that code whether everything is as per syntax or not, Java rules or not. If it is following everything is as per Java rules, then it will successfully compiles and convert into .class file. So this is what the job of Java compiler. So Java compiler will not even have any memory allocation, right? So memory allocation means it will happen at runtime only. While executing, it should allocate. But you are talking that Java compiler will
Yeah,
allocate memory and
it
executes
will
this time.
basically it
But
will generate a dot class file, sir.
yeah, but
So
where the memory? So my question is, what is the difference between static variables and instance variables?
yes, sir. When we execute the program, sir, when we execute the program, basically the static values will be shown first, sir. After that, it will go for instance.
When you execute the program means who will execute the program?
We will execute the program manually, sir.
Yeah, that
Yes,
means
sir.
how to execute a program.
Dart class
Suppose,
file,
yeah, dot class we have,
file
then
in
how to
Java.
start a program execution. We have already
Initially,
dot class, and who will
yes, sir.
help us to execute
JVM,
the
sir.
program?
When
JVM,
JVM, yes, sir.
JVM. So that means JVM execute the program. So now tell me, what will happen at static variable?
So when we execute the program, sir, basically JVM looks for static blocks, uh, static. Is there any static block in the program, or else any uh, static method, and after that it will go for static variables, sir. So after that it will
If it finds what JVM will do for all these things. Suppose let us say JVM finds that in the class static block is there, static variable is there, static method is there. What JVM will do once it finds?
yes, sir. So first initially itself it will execute the static block, sir,
Hmm.
and after that after executing the static blocks, in if there is any method or anything any static variables, so that it will
Hmm.
give the output of that static which we have provided static values, sir. Uh, and after that it will go for instance, sir, instance variables,
Hmm.
instance,
That means, yeah,
sir.
tell me.
And like the same way even it will look for instance methods, instance blocks, or instance variables, sir.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. So here, you are not that much confidently you are talking, but you are talking some words. So how much time you are spending on the Java for a daily basis to practice? What is the minimum time you are spending? Half an hour, 1 hour? How much time you are spending? I mean, so once I completed the classes, once you listen that, you have to spend time with the compiler and JVM by installing in your mission. So that's what I told you in the class also. So my
Yes,
question
sir.
is, how much time you are spending? I mean, so daily till now per a day.
So I'm basically, sir, nowadays I'm not at all spending any time for.
Spending.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
do you have any, like, are you planning to spend in future or not?
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. That's what I am in this call right now. So
Yeah, but I know I'm not asking about are you going to join the classes or not. Are you planning
yes, sir.
to spend time with the, I mean, practice or not? So joining the class and listening, it's fine because you are
Yes, sir.
joining. But my question is not like, so are you planning to practice in future or not? Practice means you have to spend some time and you have to write programs and analyze and compile and run. You have to do these things. That is called practice, no? So in your own.
Sure, sure, sir.
So how much time you are going to plan? How much time you are planning to uh, do that in the going forward?
Yes, sir. I'll at least 1 hour, sir. 1 to 1.5 hours. I will
Yeah,
definitely.
so actually, if you spend half an hour to 1 hour, that's fine for you because if you daily spend, because so daily I'm not going to tell a huge concept, right? So
Yes, sir. Yes,
because
sir.
we will not get confused, I'm spending on the simple concept and with the detail. So if you spend half an hour minimum to maximum 1 hour, that's fine. So please plan accordingly. And
Sure,
weekly
sure.
basis, I'm going to take interview. So in the same way, weekly basis.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once I completed 1 week of the classes, like if I complete 7 classes, then I will take class. I will take the interview like this, so that I will try to understand. So
Okay.
going forward,
Okay.
so today till now I have completed 11 classes, and when
Okay.
I completed 18 classes, 18.
Yes, sir.
So that means in the that after that the class will be for interview. Okay,
Okay,
please
sir.
remember this and please plan accordingly and
Sure.
practice daily at least half an hour, 30 minutes, so that it will you give confidence, so that in the future classes you will get understand.
Sure,
Okay.
sir. Sure. Sure,
Otherwise,
sir.
what will happen if I continuously explain and one fine day if I ask you if I don't understand anything, that will become useless.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Understood,
So
sir.
that is the
Understood.
reason I'm telling this to all of you, not only Krishna. Please make sure that. Okay, thank you, Krishna. And who
Thank you,
is
sir. Thank
next?
you. Thank you, sir.
Who is next? Bhargavi. Bhargavi,
Yes, sir.
so are you following this class? I mean, so I mean, I had a discussion with Padma and Krishna. So are you listening this?
Yes, sir. Listening.
Yeah, okay, fine. So first of all, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Fine. Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. So please tell me just whatever you remember. Like, so till now I have covered 11 classes from introduction to some programs, some concepts like that. So you please tell me what are the concepts I discussed till now. So what you remember? Just make a list and tell me.
We have discussed about the JVM architecture.
Hmm.
After that, about class, object, about variables, methods,
Okay.
data types.
Okay.
In variables, there are two types: static
Okay.
variable and instant variable.
Mhm.
And about constructor,
Okay.
how to access a program,
How to go ahead?
access the
Whatever you
program
have remember,
variables.
just don't get tension. It's like you are all everybody is learning. It's a,
Uh,
okay. So just don't
yes,
feel tension.
yes,
Just tell whatever you remember. Really, it's not. It's like a simple discussion. Not like who are great, who are not great. It's not like that. Just we are discussing and we are
okay.
understanding what is our standards and uh, so that we can improve in the next. That is the reason conducting this. It's not like who got 10 marks, who got 100 marks. It's not like that. Okay. Just freely talk, whatever you need.
Okay. Okay.
So,
How to
any other
access a
concept?
variable?
How to access a variable? Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, just tell me. So, I have a class. The class name is A. The class name is A. Or else,
Uh,
let's say for meaningful class, which I asked to the Krishna. The class name is product. Okay. Krishna is not
yes,
able
sir.
to tell that, but I'm. So, tell me, did you understand what is the question I asked Krishna about how to create an object for a class?
Create object. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So that is class is product. So I want to create an object for that class. So what is the code you wrote? You will write. You have to write for creation of object.
Once you again ask. Hello.
Do you want me to ask again?
Can you ask? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So the class product. So are you understand what is meaning of class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I already wrote a class. Okay. So
Okay.
I will give that class to you. Okay. So
Yes.
my question is, so you have to use that class. That means you have to create an object for that class. Okay. So how
Yes,
to
sir.
what is the code you will write in inside public static void main method? So what is the code you will write to create the object for that class? The class name is product. Okay, fine. So no issues. So what are the data types which I talked to till now? Primitive data
Byte,
type. Tell me.
short,
Okay.
int, long,
Mm-hmm. Mm,
double,
mm.
float, char,
Char,
boolean.
Boolean. Okay. Okay. Fine. So what is the main use of data types?
To declare a variable.
Okay. Good. So what is the main use of variable?
To store the data.
Very good. Okay. What is the size of char data type?
2 bytes.
Okay. So if I want to store a variable called char data type, so how to store? What kind of value will be accepted by that variable? What kind of values are allowed? A variable is declared with the char data type. Can you tell me the example, the value?
Percentile.
Huh?
Percentile.
Percentile. So let us say char space C. So now tell me, char is a data type, C is a variable, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I want to assign a value to this variable, like char space C equal to. So now tell me after equal, what is the, with any example, tell me some example value, how to assign a value.
Int percentile.
Int percentile. Okay. Okay. If so when we can call A variable is a local variable. When we can call
When
a variable is a local
is
variable.
within a block or within a
Okay,
method?
within a block or within a method.
Within a method.
Then what? If we declare a variable, then we can call it as a that variable is a local variable, right?
Local variable. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I declare a static local variable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So that means it's not possible, Bhargavi. But anyway, let's look at that later. How much time daily you are able to spend uh, for practice of Java? I mean, at least how much time per a day or for a
Till
whole
now,
week?
I have
Hmm?
practiced. Till now, I have practiced for 40 minutes a day.
Okay. For 11 classes, you practice for 40 minutes. Okay. So that
No,
means
sir.
uh,
Daily means with
daily 40 minutes.
on some days
Daily
I'm
or
missing.
okay. That means overall. So that means you are saying that how many times, how much time to practice? 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours overall. I mean, so the from starting of the class or daily you are not spending, or you are spending some of the days, some of the not
Yes, sir.
like that, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are- So are you able to follow my classes? Are you able to understand what I'm explaining in the classes? Any difficulties you are
Yes,
facing
sir.
while explaining?
No, sir.
So, so you are clear about my classes, no? When I'm explaining.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So then, so my side is no problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means you are, as by my understood, you are some little bit confusion you are happening. I don't know. Maybe it is due to tension or whatever the reason. But we have to overcome this all those things. Then only we can face interviews and we can work in an interview. So okay. So how?
Okay.
But daily make sure that to practice. I mean to spend some time like at least 20 minutes or what, at least some time without missing. Okay. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
spend like that. So like it's a make sure that is a daily activity. Mm. Okay, so what
Okay,
is
sir.
the concept I discussed that day? Try to practice. Okay, if you get a doubt while practicing, please make a note and ask the doubt in the next class. Okay, so
Okay.
that it will improve your knowledge and you will get confident. Okay, so if required, go through that videos, recording videos once again and practice it. And please make sure that okay, eh, so
Okay.
that you make sure that the confident on the particular concept. Okay, so that once you get a confident on the concept, then you can freely talk it and freely discuss about that anywhere, because you are not getting, you know that concept but you are not confident on that, you are confusing and a lot of tensions you have. Okay, so what is your plan in
Okay,
the
sir.
next interview, I mean next from going forward? So will you practice daily?
I, I will practice.
Okay, please make sure the practice and continue the session clarity, not in the confusion. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, if you
okay,
finally if you
sir.
don't understand, if you don't practice, the total time, my time and your time totally will be wasted. Correct, no? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
so you should get benefit. If you don't get benefit of the classes, so whatever time I'm spending in the daily and for you guys and your time also, the both sides the time will be wasted. So time is money, correct, na? So that means money will be wasted. Okay, good, fine. So who is
Yes.
next? Next, I think Renuka is not joined in the class. So I think okay, fine. She already told me. Uh, Munikumar is also not joined. Any, anybody know about Munikumar? No, na? Ah, fine, no issue. And let's go to the next person. I think Swati. So Swati, are you ready?
Yes, yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So just tell me the what are the concepts I explained in the last 11 classes. Just tell me whatever you know, or whatever you understood. The concept, like I want a list of concepts. That's it.
Okay, just like a introduction of software. What is application
Okay.
and platform? What is platform? What is
Okay.
JVM architecture? What is Java compiler and JVM? That means JVM architecture will explain anything.
Okay.
And class, object, introduction of a class and object, and how to run a Java program. What will happen when compilation time and runtime? How the
Okay.
execution will happen,
Hmm.
and that sorry, data types
Okay.
and variables, different types of variables like static instance and local variables.
Okay.
And last concept is object-oriented programming language techniques.
Okay.
Programming language introduction, just to give it.
Okay.
Encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, method
Okay.
overloading, method
Okay.
overloading and abstraction.
Okay.
You
Fine.
explained over just encapsulation.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So anything? That's it, na?
Uh,
Okay. Fine. So fine. At least you told. I mean, so you remembered the concept which I told. Everybody is remembered somewhat, but fine. Everybody have their own style by telling like the concept. Fine. So tell me, what is the difference between the static variables and instance variables?
um, the variable which is preceded with the keyword static is called static variable.
Mm-hmm.
The static variables are declared inside a class or I will tell.
Okay.
Class variables also known as instance variables. Instance
Okay.
variables are also declared inside class only.
Mm-hmm.
When the JVM allocates memory, static variables memory will be allocated for static variables. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever we are creating an object, at that time only memory will be allocated for instance variables.
That
You
means
can
first priority for whom? Static or instance?
static only.
Okay.
When class, yes, first priority will be static variables only.
Okay. Fine. So I have a class called product. The same question which I asked Krishna and Bhargavi, but they get
Okay.
confused with telling the answer. And I hope you will tell that answer. So I have a class called product which I already wrote. And so my question is how to write a code to create an object for that particular class.
Class name product product object equal to new product. New is a keyword for creating an object.
Okay. So can you tell me again?
Product object equal to new product.
Okay, new product. After new, will it be having space?
Yeah, yes, yes. New
You have to
space
tell. Right.
product. Yes,
Now
yes.
tell me by telling this space also. Now tell me again.
product object equal to new space product
Uh,
open and close and brace semicolon.
yes. So what is that? After new, there is a space, and then you are saying that product open parenthesis, close parenthesis. What we can call that? Product
We are
open parenthesis.
calling uh, new product open and close means we are calling the class. We are creating an object for that
Object,
class.
right. Fine. New is a keyword we are using. After that space, you are writing product open parenthesis, close parenthesis, right now. So what is
Yes.
that? Okay. So it's a constructor.
Yes, it's a default constructor.
Yeah, we are calling this. Fine.
Fine.
Uh, okay. Fine, guys. We will meet tomorrow. And I have to spend time with Renuka. I mean, I have to discuss with Renuka and Munikumar about this. So we'll have the same person. I mean, same kind of interview with Munikumar and Renuka. So after that, we'll continue the class. And I want to tell you one thing. Today, I'm traveling to Hyderabad. By this evening, mostly we don't have class tomorrow morning, and we will connect on the day after tomorrow. So that is on Friday. So anybody have any queries or want to discuss anything?
Yeah, please ask some more questions for me.
Oh, you are expecting more questions? Okay, fine. Yeah. Uh,
How much I can, that's what,
okay, fine.
understanding.
I can ask you, but I thought some having some problem. That's
Yeah.
why.
Uh,
Okay.
he started crying.
Yeah. That is the reason I stopped. But anyway, if you are okay, then I will ask. Okay. Uh, okay. So we'll call it as a constructor, na?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, guys, have you understood how to create object for a class? What is the code you have to write? Krishna and Bhargavi, the question which I asked you,
Yes, sir.
Krishna. Krishna is not there. Krishna, are you hear me? Okay, fine, no issues. Okay. Now tell me one thing, Swati, and what will happen when you create an object for a class?
Then we create, what will happen?
When you create an object for a class at runtime. So what? So the same code you told me that product space PV object equal to new product constructor calling. Na? So
Yes.
while that line is executed by the JVM, what will happen?
It will call constructor actually. Sorry, default constructor.
Mm-hmm.
And memory will be allocated for that object.
Mm-hmm.
So it will check runtime means okay.
Runtime only I'm talking.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about the only that line product P object equal to new product. What will happen when that line is executed by the JVM?
Okay. JVM will check what type of sorry. It will check which class object is holding JVM. If it
Mm-hmm.
that object is holding that class, it will allocate memory for that. Otherwise, it will go to super class, and if it is there, it will allocate. If not, it throw an exception in Java runtime. Oh.
Do you understand my question? My question is product space P object equal to new product constructor calling. What will happen when that line is executed by the JVM? I'm not asking what will happen when you call a method. I'm not asking about a calling a method. I'm asking about that line object creation. So you told that it's like answer from when what will happen at runtime when you call a method.
Mhm.
You got me?
Constructor will be executed. Constructor
Uh,
will execute. System.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's a simple answer, but I want detailed answer.
So,
I already told you, no. So class will load into the JVM memory with the help of class loader subscription. Then it will open the class, look for all static things.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
it will allocate memory for all the static things first, and immediately
Yes.
it will execute the static flag, and then
And
it look for a
static block, static methods, and static
yeah.
variables.
Once allocated, then it will execute static flag, and then it look for a instance
Instant variables.
block and execute. I mean instance things like instance variable, instance method, and instance block, and then it executes instance block, and then it will call the constructor like this. These are the steps will happen when you create object for a class.
Yes, yes. I was
Okay.
confused both sides.
Yeah, yeah. You just confused there. I understood.
Hmm.
But the constructor calling only. But you know, but I don't know. So the you got confused, I guess. Okay, fine, no issue. And hmm, what is the difference between JDK and JRE?
JDK is Java Development Kit and JRE runtime, Java runtime environment.
Hmm,
It's, JDK contains Java compiler like JVM and documentation also.
hmm. Okay. Who will use JDK? Customer or
Developers.
developers?
Developers.
Uh, Okay. Uh, so when you declare a variable inside a method or a class, can I declare a variable with static keyword? I mean, can I declare static variables inside a class, inside a method, or inside a block?
Yes, we can declare a static variable inside a class, inside a block, but we can't create a static variable inside method because if we declare any variable inside a method that is local means um, within that
Hmm.
block only, sorry, okay. Within that block only we can access, can't access variable
No,
outside.
that's fine. That's good. That's correct
Mm.
answer. But syntactically, it's not allowed. That's it. Syntactically, local variables we cannot. There
Syntactically
is no
local
like
variables and
static and different. Only local variables, local variables. That's there is no different kind of access modifiers we cannot apply for.
okay, okay.
Uh, Um, okay, fine. Can you please tell me what is the difference between the parameter? What is constructor? How to write a constructor of a class? How many constructors we can write in a class?
We can write only one constructor, either default constructor and parameterized constructor.
Only one constructor we can write in a class, right?
Actually, I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, fine, no issues. So that means we can write
Uh, we, yes,
n number of constructors. Not a problem.
constructor.
It's not like
Uh,
at least one is required.
yes.
At least one is required. One is mandatory.
If
Okay.
we didn't mention any, didn't write any constructor, JVM will
At the
default, they
default.
added a default constructor.
So what is meaning of default constructor?
Class name Sorry, this one, new product, open and semicolon parenthesis.
Yeah.
It's a default constructor.
A constructor which doesn't take any parameter, that is the default constructor. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because in your syntax there is no parameter access. No? We can say. Okay. And uh, tell me one thing. What is the size of char data type?
2 bytes.
How to assign a value to the char variable?
Char c equal to single quotes value within the single quotes and value and
In the
semicolon.
single quote, how many characters we can add? Like, single quote start Swati, single quote end. Is it valid?
Within the range we can.
No. Here, listen my question here. Char C is equal to single quote start SWATHI single quote end semicolon. This is my line. Is it valid?
No, it's not valid. Single quotes slash 4 digits up to 4 digits separated.
Single quotes up, it will allow only up to 4 digits. Are you sure?
If I think.
Char data type variable will allow to hold only single character.
Yes.
Single character, any character, single quote, the character. Yes, S is a character and is any character, but at least only one character maximum, not more than one.
Yes.
How much time you dial?
Syntax slash use 0 0 0 0 4 zeros. Single quote.
Okay, that is the different. That is also one single character only. But here the question is how many characters will load in a single quote?
Okay, with a single character only it will take.
Single character. So that is the reason I asked. Na, Swati single quote is not valid. You told that 4. Let us say SWA single quote start, single quote end. It in that. So is it valid now?
Yes, it's valid. Entire
Char,
name will give within single
char
quotes.
space C equal to single quote start SW. Let us say hello. Okay, HELLLO. Is it valid?
You're giving and within single quotes hello, right?
Char C equal to single quote. Let us say, don't get confused here. So, char space C equal to single quote start AB, single quote end. AB, alphabets.
Okay.
Is it valid?
Valid.
It will valid. How it is valid? I already told now, only single character will be allowed.
No, I think AB means same.
AB is
Together
two
you are
characters, na?
within
AB is two characters, na?
within
Two
the
character
range.
come. What is range? I don't understand. Range is 2 bytes. But I have spent that, some time to explain that. You just go through that. And okay, how much time daily you will practice?
Daily, not just.
No. So that
Okay,
means, so at least are you able to understand my classes?
Yeah.
No confusion.
This much only. I'm listening your classes and answering. That's it.
Okay. But so my side, I'm doing whatever I can. But you have also do whatever you have to do. Fine, no problem. Okay, fine. Going forward, how much time you are reserving your time to practice per a day?
1 hour.
Half an hour. Yeah. At least if we spend, that is good. Fine. Okay. Let us see in the next discussion. Next after 18th class. Okay. Okay. Good. So any questions? I think Krishna is now inactive.
So within that single quote will give only single character only. Actually,
Just go
I was
spend time
absent
with
that
the
yeah.
compiler. It will teach
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need to
Sure.
get confused. You don't need to refer Google or whatever. Just write a code, whatever you wrote, and give the compiler. What compiler is going to tell you, just listen. That's it.
Okay, okay.
If it is not telling anything, that is correct. If it is telling something error, that's not correct. Okay, fine. So, Krishna,
Sir,
where did you go?
nowhere, sir.
But I mean, a few minutes back, I called you. I mean, at least one or two, three times, I guess. Okay, fine. So, did you listen? Swati told that how to create an object for a class. What is the code you have to write? Did you
Yes,
listen
sir. Yes, sir.
from Swati? Okay. So now tell me how to create an object. So let us say product. Uh, I have to create an object. What is the code I have to write? We have to write to that. Now tell me. Swati already given the answer. We have spent time on that. We understood. Krishna, did you listen or not? Bhargavi,
Sir. New,
are you? Yeah, tell me.
new class equals to
Uh-huh.
new space product.
Where you will hold that value? New space product up before that. You just missed it. You told only half, not full.
New class.
No, product P equal to new product.
New class.
Open brace, close. That is a constructor. This is the code. It's nothing difficult, na? I think
Yes,
only
sir.
thing is you have to spend time to practice. That's it. It will give a full clarity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Krishna. So
Yes,
going
sir.
forward, make sure that maybe I think between the classes you are sleeping, I guess, right?
No, sir.
As it is a morning time, when the class is going, okay, let's sleep like that. Anybody is doing? Any other people also doing like that? Everybody is doing, huh? Bhargavi?
No, sir.
No?
No,
Padma?
sir.
No, sir.
Swati will not do, I guess, because disturbance. I mean, Swati, are you doing like that? No, no.
No chance.
Okay, fine. Krishna,
Yes, sir.
any challenges you have at the morning time?
No, sir. No challenges, sir. No challenges.
So
From
you
from
are
tomorrow, I'll
active.
yeah, active, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay, fine. Because if you listen other discussions also, na, you will understand what the things are going. So that will give for others like so some understanding. So that is
Sure,
the
sir.
reason. It's not about only discussion with you. And when I'm discussing with other people, it's not like that. We don't need to spend. So we have to spend. Then only you will understand somehow. Okay, how the people are answering, what I have to do, and what is the difference. Like so you will understand the different answers.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay, guys, thank you. I think I took 15 minutes more time, but I joined. I mean, people joined in 15 minutes late time. That is the reason I took 15 minutes more. And we'll meet on Friday. Okay, Friday, not tomorrow. Okay. Any
Okay.
problem of not taking class tomorrow?
You are
Okay,
in.
fine.
You said
Okay, fine.
traveling to Hyderabad.
Yeah. So if you ask me to take, that is possible. Like from connect from mobile, but still that time I will be in. Reach Hyderabad, maybe it's not possible. 5 to 6.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. So maybe I will try to connect if possible, but I'm not sure. But let us say let's make it on Friday only. Okay, Friday at 5 to 6. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
okay. Thank you all. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, sir.